Hey guys! Now, as you guys can see, I'm in a different location today. Nobody's home in my house, so I can sit out here in close to, I'd say close to the lounge room, because the lounge room's just over there. But anyway, I'm here to talk about Smackdown Live. Welcome back to the channel. We're here to talk about Smackdown Live. And quite honestly, guys, I want to say Smackdown was easily more enjoyable than Raw. You know, there's no denying it. There's no denying that Smackdown was just more easier to watch than Monday Night Raw. Because on Smackdown, we don't have anybody on that brand that is being forced down our throats. You know, maybe maybe the only exception is Carmella, but there's not really a lot of wrestlers on SmackDown that is jammed down our throats and we just don't want to see. Sure, SmackDown has more misused talent on their brand than usable talents, but overall, to me, SmackDown is just easily more watchable, and I just tend to enjoy it more. I just tend to enjoy SmackDown more because it's 2 hours. That's the other thing. It's 2 freaking hours. 2 hours is much easier to watch than 3 long, boring hours of nothing on Monday Night Raw. Before we get on with the review, I want to mention about the Summerslam poster that was recently shown today. Now, let me move that back just slightly a bit, because it seems a little too close. I want to talk about the Summerslam poster. Now, of course, it's just a poster. Like, what should people really complain about the poster? But we have every right to complain. We have every right to complain about this poster. WWE clearly are that lazy that they just don't care about SmackDown Live. And like I said, this is a SmackDown review, so we're here to support SmackDown. I don't care. It's absolutely absurd that the people that Vince McMahon put on his show, he puts Alexa Bliss, Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns on the cover of SummerSlam. There's no SmackDown competitors. This truly tells me that Vince McMahon does not care about SmackDown Live. He only cares about Monday Night Raw and the Roman Reigns agenda. That's all he cares about. That's all he cares about. So, I'm not going to nitpick too much on it. I'm just mentioning that because I think it's absolutely bogus that people like AJ Styles or even their champion Carmella isn't on the pay-per-view poster. Only, you know, Alexa and Ronda and Reigns and Lesnar, which is bogus. Monday Night Raw. I don't want to think about Raw. SmackDown started off with Randy Orton. You know, Randy Orton as a heel, he's doing so good for himself as a heel, and you know, it's hard to argue with him. He comes out and he talks about why, you know, people making speculation, trying to make guesses on why he attacked Jeff Hardy. Randy Orton first mentioned that maybe it was him being on 9th on the top 10 list. That didn't last long. The top 10 list of SmackDown competitors, that didn't last long, you know. Randy Orton, apparently people were upset that Randy Orton got 9th, which he said he didn't care about that at all. Some people mentioned that he and Jeff Hardy had unfinished business, which that had nothing to do with that either. He mentions the WWE Universe, and he says that each and every one of you have shown complete disrespect to me ever since I've been in WWE. I've been around long enough to know when the fans are disrespecting me. So Randy Orton took it upon himself to attack one of their favorites, Jeff Hardy, and he will continue to do so. He says that people call him the Legend Killer, but he realizes who the true Legend Killers are, and that is the WWE Universe themselves. And he says that he's not going to let the WWE Universe win. He says that he is going to destroy Jeff Hardy. He says he's going to destroy Jeff Hardy and continue to destroy all the other favorites of SmackDown Live. And the final words he said was that you can call me the Apex Predator, the Viper, the Legend Killer, but there'll be one word that will be synonymous to my name. 3 letters. RKO. Great promo. You know, Randy Orton is in his element as a heel. Because he said that on an interview that he is in his element when he is a heel. And I'm glad WWE are finally letting him be in his element. If heel is where is his element, then let him be a heel. There's no reason to make him a face if he doesn't want to. But great start to SmackDown though. Randy Orton, you know, he's just so good at what he does. We had Andrade Cien Almas versus Rusev. This match happened due to a little backstage thing before SmackDown started, where Lana and Zelina Vega were having an argument, and this led to Andrade and Rusev breaking up the argument, and Rusev challenged Andrade to a match, and Zelina accepted on behalf of Andrade. Andrade gets the win here, but due to outside interference, Zelina Vega did not get involved, which I believe she would have. I bet she would have at least tried to get involved, but from what I saw, Lana attacked Zelina Vega. I guess she tried to interfere, and Lana attacked Zelina, and they had a fight on the outside. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing a Lana versus Zelina Vega match. You know, Zelina Vega can wrestle. She's not just Andrade's business manager. She can wrestle. I wouldn't mind seeing those two compete in a match. Just saying. Aiden English comes out to try and break up the fight, and then Zelina jumps on Aiden, and Aiden falls over and knocks down Lana. This causes the distraction for Rusev to get pinned, and Lana and Aiden English were arguing backstage, and Rusev told them that's enough. Neither of you are worthy for Rusev Day. So is this it for Rusev Day? Is this it for Rusev Day? From the looks of things, it could be the end of Rusev Day. Rusev might go on his own. I don't know what Aiden English is going to do. You know, Aiden English is definitely somebody who, you know, is definitely in his element when he's with Rusev. That's my question. What is next for Rusev? If this is the end of the whole partnership, then what's going to happen with Aiden English? And I guess some people might say, what's going to happen to Lana? Well, it's kind of obvious. Well, the thing is, Lana needs her own merchandise. She's pretty much a female carbon copy of Rusev. She has a Rusev Lana Day t-shirt. I'm not against it at all, but I'm just saying she should have her own merchandise. She should get, she has her own character. She doesn't need to rip off Rusev just to, you know, sell some merchandise. Sure, it will work. But why not pair Lana with Naomi? Because like I've been mentioning a few times, that those Netflix girls, when they came to SmackDown, they wanted to see Lana and Naomi be a team. So if Lana is booted out of Rusev Day, as well as Aiden English, you can easily get them to do something. Pairing Lana with Naomi, it's better than, you know, sitting around doing nothing. Aiden English is probably future endeavors at this point, if he's not going to be, you know, if they're not going to find anything for him to do. Samoa Joe versus R-Truth. Samoa Joe obviously wins here. Oscar versus Billy Cade. Now, the IKonics didn't come out and do, you know, they didn't come out and talk like they usually did. And you know, I'm actually very happy about that, because if there's one thing I do not like about the IKonics, yes, folks, you're hearing it right here on the channel. I actually have something that I'm actually about to say, that there's something I don't like about the IKonics. See, I may be big fans of them, but that doesn't mean I'm going to favor them. The one thing I don't like about the IKonics is that they talk. It's us Australians, it's the way we talk, that's fine. But the thing I don't like is how, you know, I don't want to use the word cringe because that's a little too insulting. It's more like when they talk, they're not serious. They just like to make jokes. They just like to make jokes. They try to be funny when clearly it's not even funny. Do you know, you know, when they made their debut, I'm going to tell you guys this is a true, when they made their debut and they were doing all that stuff to Charlotte, you know, poking jokes at her and stuff, I kind of felt embarrassed. I kind of felt embarrassed in a way, because I don't want to see two Australian girls who I really, really like, that I want to see become the big future on SmackDown, and they're cracking jokes. I don't want to hear that. And by the way, I like Billy Kay more than Peyton Royce. I know you people don't care, but I tend to like Billy Kay more than Peyton Royce. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I like girls with black hair and she just looks better in my opinion. But Oscar gets the win here, of course. You know, the Australians can't get a win these days. They're just nothing more than glorified jobbers at this point. Oscar beats Billy Kay with a simple kick to the head. There you go. Simple kicks to the side of the head can beat someone like Billy Kay, and it's a damn shame. Paige comes out to announce who is the #1 contender for, or name a challenger for AJ Styles' title. James Ellsworth comes out, and he's about to make claims that he should be the one to face AJ Styles, considering he's beaten him 3 times. But Paige eventually tells him off and says that you are a joke. But James Ellsworth bites back at Paige and says, nah, no, you're the joke. You're so, look at you, you're so pale. You're pale as a ghost. And most of the time that we don't understand what you're saying. Oh. Well, that's nice. That's nice. You're making fun of a person's accent. So Paige gets out of the ring and she says to Ellsworth, you're fired. And Ellsworth is gone. Well, that was certainly short-lived, and I'm glad that James Ellsworth is fired. Sure, well, I'm not saying, look. I don't want to sound rude. But I'm not a fan of James Ellsworth. Sure, it's not funny that someone loses their job, but James Ellsworth is someone I never really cared about. So, if you don't really care about somebody, why should you feel sorry for them that they got fired? Becky Lynch versus Carmella. Becky Lynch gets the win here. She taps out Carmella, and she has earned a SmackDown Women's Championship match at Summerslam, and I hope Becky dethrones the cringe cess of Staten Island. New Day versus Sanity to head to the finals of the SmackDown Championship tournament. I want to mention something real quick here. Yeah, I'm wearing the New Day shirt. Okay? But just like with the IKonics, I'm not going to be biased. The New Day shouldn't have won this match. Sanity deserved this win more than the New Day. The one thing that I don't want to see in this tournament, I don't want to see another Usos and New Day. I don't want to see the Usos and the New Day in the finals. Considering that Sanity were obviously the right team to win this entire tournament, the fact that they lost If there's only one team that I want to see in the final take on the Bludgeon Brothers, that's the Bar. That's the Bar. I'm glad the Bar's finally gonna come back. If anybody should go on and face the Bludgeon Brothers, it's the Bar. Because I feel like they, I feel like it's more worth it if the Bar take on Harper and Rowan than the New Day or the Usos, because we've seen this already. It would have been better if Sanity and the Bar were in the final, but no, we got to deal with. But no, I hope the Bar win next week, because I don't want to see another New Day Usos match. And either way, we've already seen the New Day and the Usos versus the Bludgeons. And finally, guys, the main event was Miz talking about Miz and Mrs. Maryse is back. It's great to see Maryse back, And it's very great to see Maryse back in WWE. I hope this is a permanent thing. I don't want this to be a one-time only. I hope she's back permanently. So, they talk about Miz and Mrs. And this leads to Daniel Bryan. This leads to Daniel Bryan coming out. And also, Miz has a baby in his hand, and he claims that is Morona Sky, their child. And then, like I said, this leads to Daniel Bryan coming out. And then the Miz throws the baby at Daniel Bryan, which was just a fake. It was just a fake baby. It wasn't a real baby. And I know for a fact the Miz would not bring his real child into WWE. I know that for a fact. So, and the Miz attacks Daniel Bryan with the skull-crushing finale, and that is pretty much the end of the show. Now, this is just going to be me making a big, bold guess here. I most likely will be wrong, but if Maryse is permanently back in WWE, in the Miz's corner, which I would really be happy if she was back permanently, because I like Maryse. I like Maryse. I think Maryse really fits the character. She fits the character of the Miz. She fits the character of the Miz's character. So I like Maryse being with Miz. I feel like Maryse with Miz is good. So my pitch is, and I know not many people might agree, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I would really be okay if Brie Bella came back. If Maryse is going to be sticking around and she's going to be in the Miz's pocket, because the Miz can easily use her to get upper hands on Daniel Bryan. So I would be very happy if Brie Bella made her return and be in Daniel Bryan's corner and support Bryan. So then that way it's even playing field. So then if Maryse tries to get involved, Brie can stop her. So you could have it. You could either do it in two ways. You could have it as a one-on-one match, Miz versus Bryan, Brie in Bryan's corner, and Miz and Maryse in Miz's corner, or you can go in the mixed tag team. You can go in a mixed tag team situation. I would like it if Brie Bella came back, because I feel like Brie, I've said I miss I've said many times I miss the Bella twins. I want to see them back. And to get them back on TV, I say this could be a good storyline for Brie Bella to come back in. You can have Brie come back in this match, in this entire feud. So, then again, I might be wrong, but I would like to see Brie come back into this storyline, which is something I wouldn't mind. So anyway, guys, that's basically the end of my end of this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't really like ranting so I'm sorry I completely went off the hook on my Raw review. I don't like ranting, and I don't mean to swear often, but Raw's just trash. Raw is just trash, and it just makes me it just really makes me furious. SmackDown, it didn't make me too angry this week, so I'm happy with SmackDown this week. SmackDown's been proven to be more enjoyable through the Summerslam build more than Monday Night Raw. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hit the thumbs up if you did. Comment your opinions down below on what you think of my idea if Brie Bella should come back and feature herself in the storyline and everything else we mentioned on this video. And also be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And be sure to follow me on my Twitter at pvalentine95. Thank you all for joining me. And yeah, I hope you guys like the new place where I was sitting for the day. And see you guys later.